All right, welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, got about 2.5 minutes to open. We had some data that came out this morning. As you can see right over here, the market did not like the data. We had some job data. Let's go over that real quick before market open. Let's see. So we had, just talk about the two big ones today. Non-farm payrolls. Expectation was 160K. We got back 256K. Huge jump, right? Way more than what everybody was expecting. And then we had the unemployment rate today, which was expected to be at 4.2%, came in at 4.1%. So all of the data this week has been on the plus side for the economy, right? More job openings, more people working, less initial jobless claims, which means people are getting jobs, which is the reason why there's more job openings, because companies are able to fill them. You know, non-farm payrolls here, your payrolls, which is the amount of people working, has increased significantly. And then your unemployment rate went down by 0.1%. That's all good news. So why did the market poop on that this morning? I mean, nobody really knows, but I can take a guess here and say that the market is now very unsure as to the plan of the Fed, because they're continuing to talk. And even yesterday, you had Fed members come out and talk about pausing rate cuts. And the market doesn't like that. The economy doesn't like that. People are suffering. Rates are still ridiculously high. People can't afford anything. They can't afford to buy a home. They can't afford rent. They can't afford milk. Eggs are ridiculous still. And the Fed just wants to continue keeping rates up this high. Historically, the Fed has never done this part coming out of inflation well. We've never had a soft landing. Usually what happens is the Fed overdoes it, and then something breaks somewhere in the economy, and then the Fed ends up having to cut interest rates overnight significantly. And I think that where we're at right now with such strong economic data, and the Fed wanting to continue keeping rates high, there's some worry. And then when you add worry and the unknown into the market, they don't like it. The market doesn't like it. So that's my take on it. Let's see what happens. So here we market open. I want to see where we are with volatility and where we are on the VVIX before I start planning anything out. I did take a quick little scalp trade this morning on the news. We had this big push down. I got in this. I got in here, right? Took a little quick scalp to the bottom here. Made $530. Cool. So I'm up on the day. Quick little scalp on the news. So now let's see how we play out here. So far, we look like the market wants to continue lower. But I'm going to give it a minute or two here for it to play out. Let's see how the first 5 minutes plays out. I'm just getting ready here. This would, if we continue lower, obviously this is where my stop would be. This is the open candle here. So at market open, the market resets. So far, this is the high of the day. Even pre-market is high, high of the day here. 8:30 is when we opened here, and we crashed based on news. So I'm just going to wait, let the market get its little phase of volatility out. Volatility is still ridiculously high according to VFix. We're at 110. That's bummer for me because I don't trade that high, which was a crappy week. Wednesday, I didn't take any trades at all because volatility was just ridiculous. And now, again, because of that data, the Fed's talking about doing stuff that's really, in my opinion, the opposite of what they should be doing based on the data that we're getting in our economy. The economy's strong. Jobs are strong. Creation is strong. Manufacturing, not so much, but that's been like that for years now. There's no reason why we should be continuing to hold. I mean, even if you just came out and said, okay, we're going to go 25 at a time, but we're going to continue to cut, and then if something happens, if inflation decides to rear up again, which I don't believe is going to happen, then you pause. But I don't know. Seems fishy. We're looking like we want to come back up here. All right, volatility is coming down pretty decently here. We're at 108. It'd be nice if we can come back down, and we got a long way to go for me anyway. But it'd be nice if we can come way back down and pick a direction here for the market. And I can make a nice little trade today. I mean, I am up already today, so I'm good with it if that ends up being it. I'm not going to do anything rash to lose the little bit that I made. All right, 5 minutes in. If anybody's new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. Click on notifications. I go live every day. Every day that the market's open, I go live. A couple minutes before market open. I'll be here for big news events, especially when Daddy Powell comes out and talks. I like to watch those. I like to see what the market does. Check out the links in the description down below for the platforms that I use. What you're seeing here is me trading live in my challenge account through Funder Pro. I have a link down below for that as well. That's what I use for my prop firm. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to sit out and wait here. Volatility is still high. I need that to come way down before I even consider getting in. It's been a super volatile week, which is expected. We had a lot of jobs data come out this week, which is really what the Fed is looking at right now. But again, it's going in the right direction, especially for the Fed. Unemployment is coming down. I don't know. Should be cutting. Let me know what your opinion is. Leave your opinion in the comments down below. What do you think of this Fed? What do you think of the choices that they're making, especially for 2025 coming up, or this year? Let me know what your opinion is in the comments down below. Ooh, red day. Look at this. Nvidia's down 3%. Intel's down 2.5%. AMD down 4%. Apple's down 1.5%. Palantir's down 2.2%. Amazon is down 1%. Google's about break even. Microsoft is slightly red. Meta about break even. But the market is mostly red. Tesla's up a little bit. Yeah. Nothing in the market liked that data this morning. It's not the data that's bad. It's the decisions that are going along with the data. Not good. Not good. A nice little gap there. Yeah. All right. Let's see what kind of news we got. Anything interesting? Wells Fargo's maintaining their overweight on the S&P Global. Yeah, not really much. Yeah, the volatility is still too high for me. It'd be risky. I mean, I can decrease my position size and take a riskier trade, but I'd have to see something really good even to do that. I mean, even here, we're holding here. We didn't make higher highs at open. We're still pushing down a little bit, although it's struggling. I don't know. Risky. I mean, the market looks bearish. Yeah, I'm going to wait for at least another 4 minutes, I think, and see if we set a low and a high of the day. with the VIX being up where it's at, it's just any trade is risky. More risky than usual. That's the thing. Yeah, the VIX just keeps rising. Not good trading conditions today. Again. Keep it up on the social media. I hate it, by the way. Social media. Okay. Sure. We're just climbing and climbing on the VVIX. It's a rocket. Not the kind of rocket that I want to see from my trading. I might get another dump here. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting? Pushing, but we're pushing down to a nice support level on the 4-hour. So still super risky, more risk than I want to trade with. So if you look on the 4-hour, see where we're at here, support level here, and it's been acting as a really strong support. So let's see if it acts as a strong support again, then maybe a long position. And even way back here, you got some trading volume in this area. So I would need to see it break and close below these areas or hold, and I'll take a long off of these areas here. Honestly, a long might be. It's just the problem is the extreme volatility. And that makes me think, actually, that these levels are not going to hold. These levels are less likely to hold when the volatility, when the VVIX is as high as it is right now. You don't get supports holding when your volatility index is so high. So I don't know. I don't know. Might have to wait for a new week. Let the markets calm down a little bit. I mean, I can take a risky long here. But that's too much. It's way too risky. I don't know that I'm expecting these supports to hold again. That's the issue here. I think I'd almost be better off waiting for 10 o'clock, waiting for this 4-hour candle to close, and continuing short with the market. I don't know. I think the market's going to fall today with how high the volatility is. It might be another flush day. Might be another flush day. A little reset, end of the week. Come back in on Monday. It's crazy. After the elections, the market was hyped. And here we are only a couple days before inauguration. And we're getting all this good economic data. And the Fed wants to be dumb. I mean, the day looks bearish. Damn, you know? You just don't know. We are getting some support here. But is it going to last? That's the question. I think the chances of us blowing right through this support today are pretty good. I could totally be wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just my opinion. I don't trade off of my opinions. I don't trade on what I think the market's going to do. I trade on what the market is telling me it's doing. So I will wait. I will wait. I should have gotten in back up here per my strategy, but part of my strategy is not to trade when the volatility is so high. But given we're at a really strong support here and the volatility is so high, which means supports are less likely to hold, I think we're going to get another flush here. But I'd like to see it break through. Yep. We got about 3 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close. And then we'll see. Actually, I have two. We have a 1-hour candle and a 4-hour candle that closes at 10 a.m. So we could be setting a low here for the day. Or we could just be consolidating here, and we're going to push right through the support. So if I end up trading, I'm going to risk half of what I normally risk, which is what I already made today. So if it ends up going against me, it'll still be a break-even day for me, and then I'll be done. Wait till next week. Hopefully the markets settle down a little bit. Next week will be a little bit of a better week to trade and get some better conditions. If we break lows here, maybe I'll take a risky trade. We're still within my strategy here as far as which direction I'm going to go. Okay, oh wow. I'm going to take that. Broke lows. I'm going to take risky trade. The volatility is going through the roof here. VVIX is at 115. It just skyrocketed. I'm just moving my stop loss to break even right now just because, and this is super early, but because the volatility is so high, I mean, fuck it, right? If it ends up turning and skyrockets the other way, I'm not losing anything. I'll still be up on the day. I'm really thinking about closing here actually and just taking a 1-to-1. But let's see if we break these lows here. If we push below the last can, yep, there we go. So we still have progress downwards. But the volatility is extremely high. You know what? I'm going to call it. Whatever. I'm up 1,000 today, guys. And I'm okay with that. I'll show you guys here my two trades. Boom, boom. 530 and 453, just under 1,000. Today's P&L, 983. This is live in my in my challenge account right here. No fakes, no nothing. These are the two trades that I took today. Okay? Boom. That's going to be it for me today, guys, I think. Hang out a little longer and see what it does. This might just be a flush day, but we have such volatility that it might not be a flush. It might just be a little ways. It might take a while, but it might continue downwards. But with the extreme volatility right now, that was a super risky trade that I took. I decreased my position size because I knew it was risky. I moved my stop loss quickly because I knew it was risky. Turned into a risk-free trade, and I decided to take a 1-to-1 on that. Whatever. Your wins don't have to be huge. It's not about the size or how much, this, that, whatever. It's about the trade. Now, I wouldn't put that down as one of my best trades for sure because I didn't follow one of my rules. But I've also been watching the NASDAQ for the last 3 years, and I understand how it moves. And today is a day that looks pretty bearish. And when you get a big push like that, especially through a support zone, you're looking pretty good. But it's got to be, if you're going to take a trade like that, it's got to be an in and out trade. You can't stay in a trade like that because the longer you stay in, the more risk you're taking. And at that point, then it's not worth it. So I am 100% happy with what I did today. 2 little scalp trades just based off of market conditions. If I was going to trade, it was going to be in and out trades that gave me the opportunity to get it in and out quick. So I'm up just under $1,000. $1,000 in a day, and we've been on here for 40 minutes. So yeah, I mean, even if we go backwards to when I traded at 833 or whatever, that was a quick little scalp trade there too. So even if I worked 2 hours today and made $1,000 in 2 hours on a Friday with shitty market conditions, I'm good. I am good with that. Now, again, I only took this trade here because I understand how the NASDAQ moves. This has been the one asset that I've been staring at for the last 3 years. You know, you do get a kind of feel for how it moves, but that only comes with time. If I was new, I would not have taken that trade. I mean, let's be real, I probably would have, but it would have been wrong of me to do it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay. Yeah. That might be it for me, guys. I'll hang out a little bit longer. I know this, it's going to be a crappy day as far as trading, and people could say, oh, you should have stayed in, you should have waited it out. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. No. First of all, you don't do that in trading. There is no such thing as shoulda, woulda, coulda. You make a plan, you stick to it, and that's it. What the market does after that, oh well, like whatever. It makes no difference. My plan here was to ignore my one rule with the VIX. Because I knew that with the VIX being that high, the chances of those supports holding were not that great. So my plan at that point was a quick in and out. Quick in and out. Doesn't matter what the market does afterwards. So a 1-to-1 trade for me there, you accept that 100%. That was all I needed. It was all I needed. I made 2 1-to-1 trades today. I'm good. One of the biggest things I struggled with in the beginning was if I only stayed in, or if I only got in here, if you miss an entry, you miss an entry. Move on to the next one. Don't sit there and shoulda, woulda, coulda the market. That just leads to more emotions, more bad trades, more drawdown in your account, right? No, you miss an opportunity. Oh well, you don't FOMO yourself back in, right? So I missed this opportunity back here. Okay, according to my strategy, this was a sell signal for me right here. Boom, to go short. Okay, and now I can sit here all day long and look at this and say, oh my goodness, like this would have been a what, to 3-to-1 at this point, 2.3-to-1. So what? So what? I would have risked I would have risked at in conditions like this, I would have risked 500, half of my normal risk, right? So I would have made $1,000 here. Well, guess what? I did already, because I didn't get hung up on this and I just looked for the next opportunity. The market's going to give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. You just have to be patient enough to wait for it and not get stuck on the shoulda, woulda, couldas. That's going to destroy your account. Take the opportunity that presents itself, manage your risk, okay? Number 1, and then move on. Done. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, it didn't. It happened, can't change it, move on. That's it. That's all there is to it. Took me a long time to come to terms with that. Took me a long time to realize, like, oh man, look at how much I could have made there. Fuck that. It's not about that, especially in the beginning. It's not about the money. It's about becoming successful. It's about getting better than you were yesterday. Each day you get a little bit better. You make a better decision. You don't take a trade, or you do. That's it. And then you get to a point where you're consistent and you're sticking with your discipline. The money will come. That's it. That's the phase that I'm in now in my journey, where I've just finally decided to pick one strategy, one asset, be disciplined in that strategy and in my rules, okay? And become consistent with it. That's it. That's where I'm at right now. Become consistent with it. And if I can do that in this challenge, then I'll pass the challenge. And then, again, stay disciplined in what you're doing. All right? And then the money will follow. And ultimately, this isn't about money. This is about freedom. Unfortunately, you just need a shit ton of money to be free. So it's a tool. The money's a tool. It's a doorway to get you to where you want to be, to get you to the lifestyle you want to live. That's what it's about. It's about, for me, it's about providing for my family. It's about being able to be here with my family and provide for them at the same time. And it's about having the freedom to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, without any, oh man, I don't know if we can afford that. That's not for me. It's never has been. And I can't work for somebody. I don't have the personality for it. I get real tired of working for somebody. If you work for somebody, you're working hard and barely getting by to make that person rich. Nah, I'd rather just be the one that gets rich. And this is one of the ways you do that, at least the beginning part. If you can become successful at trading and be making a really good income, that opens up so many doors to create so many different avenues of income, like real estate or investing long-term, whatever, that in 5 to 10 years, you're set up for the rest of your life, for the rest of your kids' life, for the rest of their kids' life. This is the avenue that can open up all of that for you. At least that's how I look at it, right? This is just a means to an end. And I can do it right here in my home with no bosses. And it's just me versus me. That's it. Nobody else. I love that. I love coming here every morning and sitting in front of these charts and making decisions for myself. That will affect my life, but nobody else is making decisions for me. That's where I'm at. What's your reason? Let me know. That's my little Friday rant for you. Figure out your why. It'll be much easier, especially to stay disciplined. Figure out your why. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to watch a little bit longer. I have no intention of getting back in. There has to be some really good opportunity opportunity at this point for me to try to get back in. Because I'm not giving back any of the profits that I just made today. So, nope. So I'll hang out a little bit. Hang out with you guys a little bit longer. And then I'll call it a day. I'll end my Friday nice and early. I got some things to do. Run out. It's a nice, beautiful sunny day, clear skies. It's cold as fuck, though. It's like in the teens today. But anyway, I'll go out and I'll enjoy the sun. It's all perspective. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. Wonderful day. Can't ask for anything more. End of the week on a green note. Sun shining. My family's healthy. I'm healthy. What more can a man ask for? Nothing. Nothing. This guy is a happy, happy man right here. I have the opportunity to do this. Shit. My wife supports me. We get along fantastic. Even if none of this works out, which it will, man, my life is good. Focus on the good. Focus on the good, you'll attract the good. I used to be the guy to focus on everything that's negative in my life. And shit, life never got better. Not anymore. So now we're getting a big dump on volatility. The VVIX is falling pretty quickly. Maybe the market's settling down. We're at 115. My rule is to not trade above 100. I know I broke that rule today. And I'm not going to say that. Good thing I did. I shouldn't have. It was very risky. But I knew that it was risky, and I managed the risk. It doesn't mean that you should ever break your rules, though. I saw an opportunity. I took it. In and out. Quick. Yeah. So here's how we look on the 4-hour. Just so you guys can see. We broke through these support levels here. That's when I took my little trade, my little scalp trade. We had a nice big push down. But because of the volatility, we pushed back up. We are still getting some support here, albeit we're at the low end of this range here, right? Because support's not a line. Support and resistance isn't strict lines, right? They're ranges. And I still think that there's a strong possibility that we're going to continue to push down today. Makes no difference to me. If it does, I'm not getting back in. I'm staying out. I made mine. I'm done. Knowing when to stop is one of the most important things to learn in trading. Knowing when to walk away. Yeah, we might push back up. We might actually still hold support here. Again, make no difference to me. Volatility is still dropping. What a great day. Hey, I hope all of you are having just as good of a day as I am. For those of you that are trading today, be careful with your trades. Volatility is still high, although we are falling pretty quickly. We're still high, which means you can still get big movements. So just be careful. Manage your risk. Take quick trades if you're going to trade. Move those stop losses to break even. Do what you got to do. Trade less than you normally would on a day like today. Hi, kitty. What? You can come say hi? You can come say hi. It's my trading mascot. Sits behind me every morning. Cheers me on. Just kidding. She just sleeps. Did you have a nap? That's not for you. That's my breakfast. As volatility drops here, which is nice to see, we might be leaving a nice little big bottoming tail here. We'll see. This is a 4-hour chart, so you still have, we see like 3.5 hours left in this candle. It can go either way. And that's the thing, with the volatility as high as it is, risque. Yeah. Now we're going to push back down here. Right? Volatility ticking up a little bit. Crazy. This was a crazy week to trade, especially like Wednesday on. Well, there wasn't anything to trade on Thursday, but the futures were open. Yeah, just extreme volatility most of the week this week. Very poor conditions to trade. If you guys are looking for a prop firm that doesn't have trailing drawdown, just a max drawdown per day and then a max drawdown total, Funder Pro, that's who I use. The link in the description down below, you get a discount. Actually, I don't know if you get a discount, to be honest with you. I never really looked. Anyway, well, let me know if you do. Anyway, there's a link down below. Funder Pro. That's who I use here for my prop firm. The software that I'm using is TradeLocker. It's one of the softwares that they are affiliated with. I like it. It's really nice. They use TradingView for their charting. Check them out. Very fair prices. You can do 25K accounts all the way up to 200K accounts, and then you can, once you become funded, you can scale your accounts up to 5 million. It's an 80-20 split. It's very fair. They have different types of accounts. They have a fast track account. They have a regular account with 2 phases. They have a swing trading account, which allows you to trade over weekends and during news events. So really, any type of trader that you are, they have an account for you. Support is really good. There's been very few, but none of them have affected me. But there have been some issues where some trades have gone wonky because of their software or whatever. Immediately, they repair your accounts. They put the accounts back to where they were. No questions asked. The support and the customer service is top notch. They have discounted rates to restart trials or challenges. If you fail a challenge, I think it's like 30% off. And there's like unlimited times you can do that, of course, because that's how they're making money. But it's a really good prop firm. There's not too many assets to trade. Crypto's really tough because the spreads are ridiculous. I wouldn't trade crypto with them, to be honest. But if you're a Forex person, that's what they started on, Forex. The Forex market is great with them. If you're going to trade metals, they have decent metals. They have the indexes. They have the S&P. They have the NASDAQ. This is, what I'm doing here is the NASDAQ. And the spreads are really good. So check them out. Link in the description down below. I do have a link down there also for TradingView. It's who I use for my charting and for my news and events and things like that. My economic calendar, all that comes from them. I subscribe to them to get my my data, especially for the VVIX. Yeah, check all that stuff down below. I have a link down there for Webull also. That's what I started on. They have a really, really good paper trading platform. Weeble's free. Doesn't cost you anything to start an account, download they have a desktop version, which is really nice. You can have as many charts as you want for free, and you can paper trade, which if you're just starting out, boom. You can also paper trade on TradingView. TradingView is free also with a single chart, and if you want to, there's add-ons that then you have to subscribe to monthly, but you don't need to get started. So you can definitely do the free version of TradingView to get started. Set yourself up with a free paper trading. Well, you can do it right on TradingView, actually. You can paper trade right on TradingView for free. So I would definitely suggest doing that. I paper traded for like a year. Just be careful. You can be very, very, very successful paper trading. And then when you switch over to real money, you're not. And that all has to do with emotion. When you're paper trading, there's very little emotion involved because there's nothing at stake. When you switch over to real money, you get nervous about losing and all this other stuff. And all of a sudden, your account goes to zero real fast. So just be careful. Paper trading is a great way to learn the process, test strategies, find the one strategy that works for you in the paper trading, and then switch over, quickly with a very, very small account, because the chances of you losing your first account in live trading are huge. So just know that going in. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. I appreciate you watching. For those of you that are going to watch later, if you hop on here and you're new, thanks for watching. Do me a favor, help out the channel. The only thing I ask is for a like and a subscribe. That's it. Come on here every day the market is open. For market open, we trade live for about an hour or so. In my funded challenge account, okay, this is the challenge account that I'm in right now, but I'm trading live with you guys in this account. You guys can follow me through my challenge with Funder Pro to becoming funded, and then I will continue live in my funded account once I get there. So, all right. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for me, go ahead and hit those, leave those in the comments down below. New at doing all this, so any constructive criticism from you guys would be helpful and appreciated. I want to make this, as easy and as good as possible for you guys watching. That's what I'm here for. All right. Hey, you all enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week on Monday. Take it easy.